Have you ever felt like you had some kind of secret superpower, something nobody else knew about? Well, today we're diving into Jason Reynolds' novel, Ghost, to meet a kid whose hidden talent leads him to the most unexpected and maybe the most important race of his entire life.
So let me ask you this. What does it really take to prove yourself? For our main character, Castle Cranshaw, it's not about some big, thought-out plan. Nope, it's all about a split-second decision that happens to involve a pair of high tops, some rolled-up jeans, and a whole lot of attitude.
All right, first things first, let's meet Castle Cranshaw. And he's not just any kid, he has this really specific and honestly kind of strange obsession that pretty much shapes his entire view of the world.
And right away you get his personality from his own words. See, he doesn't see himself as a record breaker, but as a record knower. In a life where he probably feels pretty invisible sometimes, this is his thing. It's his way of being the best at something, even if nobody else has a clue.
And we're not talking about your typical sports records here. Oh no. He's into the really bizarre stuff. Like the guy who can blow up balloons with his nose, or the woman who owns over 5,000 rubber ducks. This tells you he's drawn to the stuff that really stands out, the things that are anything but ordinary.
So this all leads up to this one pivotal moment. Castle is just on a normal trip to the store to get some sunflower seeds when he happens to walk by a track practice for a team called the Defenders. And instead of just walking by, something makes him stop and watch.
Okay, so you really have to understand Castle's mindset right here. Running is not his thing. At all. He dreams of being the next LeBron James. To him, basketball is a real game. Running? He literally doesn't even know who Usain Bolt is. To him, it's just, well, running. So as he's watching, he starts sizing everybody up from his totally unfiltered point of view. The coach? He looks like a turtle with a chipped tooth. The team's star runner, Lou? A weird-looking dude dressed like a superhero. I mean, he is not holding back. This is just pure, raw Castle.
He's also super cynical. So when the coach gives this big, inspiring speech about how track can get you a free ride to college, Castle's first thought is just total disbelief. Yeah, this kid is not easily impressed.
All right, so there he is, just watching, eating his seeds, totally unimpressed by the whole scene. But then something shifts. Something gets under his skin, and just sitting on the sidelines, that's not going to cut it anymore.
It all comes down to this one runner, Lou. He's fast, he's flashy, and the coach just will not stop talking about how he's the one to beat. And for some reason, hearing this over and over again, it really starts to get to Castle.
And here's why. Lou's whole vibe, his cockiness, it reminds Castle of every bully he's ever known, especially this one kid, Brandon. It's that whole idea of someone thinking they're unbeatable that just lights a fire in him.
So he's all out of sunflower seeds, but he's full of frustration. It's the perfect storm for a really impulsive decision. He is done watching. He stands up, walks right down to that starting line, and just rolls up his jean. And this, right here, is the big moment. We're about to see an unofficial, totally unexpected race between the team's star player and this random kid from the sidelines who has a serious chip on his shoulder. Just picture this for a second. You've got Lou in his full superhero-style running gear all ready to go, and then you've got Castle in his everyday high tops and stiff jeans. He doesn't even get on the track. He lines up on the grass right next to it. The visual is just perfect.
The coach is totally confused. Lou is looking cocky. But Castle, he is all business. He just ignores them and yells at the coach to start the race. He's ready to go. Right now.
And with that one sound, everything is about to change.
So, the kid's running in jeans. Lou is the team's star athlete. What do you think happened? Who actually won this thing?
And this is the absolute shocker. The coach's answer says everything you need to know. The fact that it was even close is unbelievable. Castle, with zero training, in his street clothes, just tied the fastest kid on the team. Everybody is just stunned.
Now, Castle figures he's made his point, and he just starts to walk away. But the coach, he sees something truly special. He is not about to let a talent like that just walk off. So he chases him down to figure out who in the world this kid is.
And it's right here that we finally learn his nickname, Ghost. And the story behind it, it's heavy. It comes from a really traumatic night when a store owner looked at him and his terrified mom like he was looking at two ghosts. It's a name he gave himself, which is his way of taking control of a really painful memory.
Coach Brody sees all this raw, untapped talent, and he makes him an offer right there on the spot. He wants Ghost to join the defenders. And what does Ghost say? Nope. Just like that. He's still stuck on his basketball dream, you know? He has absolutely zero interest in being a runner. The coach is just floored. He is clearly not used to being turned down.
But this coach is persistent. He knows there's one more person he has to get on his side if he has any shot of getting Ghost on the team, his mom. And this is where the final and most important negotiation takes place.
And this negotiation is tense. His mom is worried. She tells the coach, Kaz already is a serious problem, and then he needs to focus on school. So Coach Brody makes her a deal. He says if he messes up in school, one time, he's off the team. He even promises to get him home every day and make sure his homework gets done. This coach isn't just coaching. He's ready to take on some real responsibility.
And with those promises, his mom agrees. And just like that, after the fastest, most unofficial tryout in history, Castle Ghost Crenshaw finds himself a part of something bigger. For the very first time in his life, he was on a team.
So, he made the team. He proved how fast he can run. But the real race is only just beginning. What do you think his biggest challenge will be now that he's a defender? Is it going to be learning how to be a faster runner or learning how to be part of a team and maybe even trust other people?